Well, just 2 weeks to go until the federal election, and it was a relatively quiet weekend of campaigning. Of course, everyone getting ready for tonight's big showdown. Now, for the first time, all six main party leaders will go head-to-head on the debate stage. For more, I'm joined from Parliament Hill by our reporter there, Cormac McSweeney. Cormac, thanks very much for joining us this morning. I know you're doing your homework as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an interesting night.
Is this important, this debate?
I think so. We've got a race right now where you have the Conservatives and Liberals locked in a dead heat for first place. You have the NDP and Greens in a tight race for third place. So really anything that can give one of these parties an extra little edge that can put them over the top against their competitor is going to be vitally important. So this could be a pivotal turning point for the election for one of the parties. I mean, it might not change a lot of votes in the end. We'll have to wait and see. But it could be a very interesting moment. So all the party leaders are going to have to bring their A games because any big mistake, any perfect attack line is going to hold a lot more weight in this one.
What did the two front runners do?
Well, for Liberal Justin Trudeau, he knows he's going to be attacked on all sides, so he's got to be prepared and ready to go for that counterattack. He's going to be framing things as it's an us versus them, Liberal or Conservative. That's your choice. And so he's going to have to really drive that home tonight for the voters who are watching. For the Conservatives, Andrew Scheer is going to be trying to do the same thing, the us versus them approach, to be that alternative to Justin Trudeau. But the problem that he has, and the interesting dynamic out of this debate, is that he's got the People's Party, Maxime Bernier. So for the first time, he's going to have a little bit of a battle on the right for the right-wing Conservative votes, and Bernier is going to really hit home on that. For the NDP and Greens, they're basically going to be trying to be the new voice of the progressive voter. People who are not happy with the Trudeau government, they're going to be trying to attract those voters, but they'll have to, split their attack lines and their strategy from attacking Justin Trudeau and taking him down a notch, but also trying to attack Conservative Andrew Scheer, again, to be seen as that progressive voice.
And Tollers, you mentioned Maxime Bernier and Blanchet. They're a bit of the wild cards, I guess, in this debate. What do you think they'll be trying to do?
Yeah, Blanchet with the Bloc Québécois, he had a brilliant performance in the TVA debate. Most people say that he won that debate by far, but it's a little bit different for him. English-speaking debate is not going to be as easy for him. It's not his strong suit. It's not his first language. So that won't be as easy. He won't be also trying to appeal to as many voters on a national audience because his vote is focused mainly on Quebec. For Maxime Bernier, though, this is a big moment. This is his chance to really try and convince those right-leaning voters throughout Canada that they shouldn't park their vote with Andrew Scheer and the Conservatives, that there's a new sort of right-wing voice out there, and that could be trouble for Andrew Scheer and the Conservatives. But for Bernier, it could be a big opportunity. He's been lagging behind the polls. He's only got a shot at maybe 2 seats in this election. That's what all the polls are showing right now. So if he wants to either solidify those 2 seats and be a player in the upcoming House of Commons, he's got to make sure that he puts himself over the top and actually gets a seat or 2 in the House of Commons.
All right, one last quick question after the debate. It's Thanksgiving weekend. Why does that matter?
It is vitally important because in the last election and any election where you see these big holidays or long weekends happening smack dab in the middle or towards the end, that's where people really start to firm up their vote. So after they see the debates, after they hear everything out from the leaders, we saw all the controversies, they're going to sit around a turkey, some cranberry sauce and gravy and stuffing, and they're going to have it out with their family members. And, maybe you don't like the way your dad is voting. And so when you find out where he votes, you change your vote based on that, or maybe you convince others at the dinner table that they shouldn't be voting for candidate X, they should be voting for candidate Y, whatever it may be. Those family discussions do matter, and it can have a big influence on where people park their vote.
All right, can't wait for Thanksgiving weekend. Cormac, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Anytime, Roger.
And for all the latest election coverage, head to citynews.ca/cityvote2019. Let's head up to Airborne now, and Kyle with a look at the roads.